I got a video right here, bro. Kevin Leonardo just got worse, bro. I think you've seen this guy on TikTok, right? All right, chat. Come on. Kevin Leonardo just got worse. This guy right here, bro. You know who it is.
You guys remember this guy from last week?
I'm sitting here patiently waiting for one of my balls to burst with white, hot, thick bodily liquids.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could have forgotten about him as well. But alas, within the span of 7 days, Big Kevin has gotten even worse.
There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Now, if you guys haven't seen my video from last week, which you should totally tap into after this one, by the way, the man I just showed you guys is Kevin Leonardo, aka the self-proclaimed coolest Kev. Quick recap on dude, the best way I can really describe him is the world's most sinister masturbator. He pops his weirdo ass down.
What he said?
Describe him is the world's most sinister masturbator. He plops his weirdo ass down, says the most provocative. He plops his weirdo ass down, says the most provocative thing that comes to mind, and then somehow brings it back to earth by saying, "Oh, by making my cat squirt, I meant out his eyes. My cat's tear ducts are clogged."
We failed to make my cat squirt yesterday. I am absolutely devastated.
Bro, what?
But like yesterday at the vet, Tobias literally failed to squirt out of his eyeballs.
I want your ass dealt with by sunrise, or there will be unworldly consequences. Anyways, I'm not going to go on too much about that because I did an entire 17-minute Yat Fest on it last week, so you can watch that vid if you want to see all that. However, what I am here today for is to discuss his extremely odd obsession with baiting being a racist creature.
I'm basically cosplaying as a dark-skinned African Robert in the Hood.
What?
Now, last week, towards the last few minutes of the video, I went over some of his extremely questionable TikToks regarding black people and just black culture in general. Found out that dude was a Swiftie and shit just started making a little bit more sense. I mean, we know about them. I mean, he even went as far as baiting saying the N-word.
I sing the N-word out loud when black people music comes
Black people music. Bruh.
on. Not because I don't love or respect black people, because I do. It's genuinely just because it goes with the flow of the song.
Kevin, oh man, what are we going to do with you, man? For your own safety, please do not step foot in any black artist venue pulling this type of stunt. I promise you that it is not going to end well for you, gang. Anyways, the Nimrod then spins back later on in the vid saying that he'll replace the word with like nugget, neighbor, or some other N-word alternative instead of saying nigga. You know, your average bait and switch N-word joke that a 16-year-old would say. And it's honestly pretty harmless in comparison to the other shit that he's done more recently, so I'm not even going to linger on this too long. Because just yesterday, this man hopped his psycho ass on TikTok and dropped a video of him doing blackface.
The darkest of blacks would get called out for cultural appropriation
The darkest of black.
if they wore this Youthforia foundation shade.
Yo, Freaky Kev woke up and said, "Fuck violence, nigga. I'm choosing racism, you dark blacks. Ow. Run, I'm one of y'all now." Nah, bro, we gotta break this shit down, gang. Frame one, sentence one. The first thing that came out of that man's mouth was, "The darkest blacks will be called out for cultural appropriation for wearing this foundation." Yo, I have heard hillbillies in Alabama say less racist shit. And that's just the wording. I didn't even get to the elephant in the room. Is this not just blackface? I mean, let's just look at the criteria. Why don't we? His face is damn near darker than my pubes. His lips are pink as ever. Yeah, no, this checks all the boxes. This is textbook blackface, bro. This man looks like Usopp if he stayed in Alabasta for another arc. That man stole Drake's entire flow bar for bar, dummy. Oh man, Kevin, you know what you are. I don't even gotta say it.
This is literally like if a brand put out like a purely orange shade or like a purely yellow shade and was like, "Here you go, Asians."
That's not why did you start to chuckle when you said, "Here you go, Asians"? I'm telling y'all, man, masturbator or not, this man knows what he's doing. We're gonna loop back to that, but this man knows what he's doing. Now, I'm not gonna put any more of that TikTok in this video because I kid you not, it is a 7-minute yap session of him attempting to justify putting that makeup on his face. I didn't even know that TikTok allowed you to put videos up that long, but I guess you truly do learn something new every day. And keep it.
Oh, what? Like, what? Oh my god, bro. Like, this nigga, bro. He just wants clicks, bro. He just wants clicks, bro. He just, like, bro's just doing anything for clout, bro. Like, he's basically a Kick streamer, but he's not even on Kick.
In mind, looking at the description of this video, this is apparently his first makeup review. The man even said it himself in the video. He doesn't wear makeup. He only got this battle because he is obsessed with the drama and he just had to get his hands on it. Yo, bro, after hearing myself say that out loud and like actually processing it, I don't even think that stoning is going to be enough for this guy. He need to be dealt 100 lashes to the tongue and then thrown in a brazen bowl on medium heat for a couple hours. Shit, I don't even know if that's going to be enough for him, gang. I don't know. But as for a little bit of context here, that was Euphoria's brand new makeup product that he was putting on his face. Now, this particular Euphoria brand apparently had a very limited range of colors for dark folk. I don't know if they were just starting out or just flat out forgot niggas exist. Who knows? Which in turn prompted people to ask, yo, can you make something that fits my complexion? Might be black, but I still f with the brand. Streets are saying that this begging went on for at least 40 days and 40 nights. People were pressing the hell out of them for a minute. So instead of at least irrational with my kind and flat out not making a symbiote foundation, these fucktards released the darkest foundation I have ever seen in my life. Like, this is a crime committed against all black people under the sun. I'm convinced that they just pulled a squid up out the ocean, tickled its nuts, and then slapped.
Yeah, I already saw this, by the way. A girl literally had like the same, like, I don't think the same shade, but she like compared it to black paint and to the the Euphoria like makeup thing. It was basically the same thing.
Slap their logo on the ink that squirted out. I even saw some people put that on their face next to actual black face paint, and you cannot tell the difference.
Which side of my face is the
This is the one.
paint or the Euphoria foundation? T, you can't tell. You know why? Tar in a bottle.
Clock 'em said, that's the T, get 'em on up out of here. Because since they dropped this product, the company actually disabled comments on every single TikTok in a desperate attempt to ignore this whole situation and not atone for their crimes against humanity. So everyone just kind of feels like they threw this tar grenade at black people as a here nigga, will you shut up? Which makes his
Here you go, Asians.
comments smell a bit off. But again, we know about you. And now fully looping back to Kevin, and I'll even pull in Uncle Ruckus for a second and play devil's advocate real quick. Because he does actually review the foundation during the TikTok, but again, at what cost? Like, we all know this review was clearly not the reasoning for him getting his slimy hands on the foundation. And even if he did truly want to review
And
it,
he's
there were
white.
at least 50 different paths that he could have taken to accomplish it without doing literal blackface. Like, I know it's very clear that he doesn't have all the lights on up here, so it might be a little hard to understand for him, but if I were to take my hands and put them right next to my face, I can even get a little fancy, I can get a little wacky with it, and put my hands on my face. If you look closely, they are the same skin complexion. Like, you see this is the same complexion, the same color. This is how normal people test out makeup, buddy. They just put it on their hand. I have seen countless women, both in real life and on the internet, hell, even on TV, test a shade of makeup by simply doing the hand method. You just got to take the brush, wipe. If you got a tattoo, you can wipe it on there. It's the same complexion. But you know what? Fuck it. I have time. I'll go ahead and play ball with Kevin real quick. Because in the video, he did say that he was not trying to do blackface. He claims he just wanted to show it on his face and around his hair and whatnot. But if that was truly the case, then you literally could have just applied it on those borders of your face, you fucking oaf. There were so many points in which you could have just put the shit down and said, you know what? I think I got my point across. I think that I conveyed my message. I mean, he could have been done here, maybe at this point even. Hell, I'd even let him loose at this point right here. Because half of blackface is hella...
Bro, at this point, oh my god, I got the perfect analogy for this, bro. So for all the black people watching this right now, bro, you got that one just non-black friend, white, Mexican, Asian, you know what I'm saying? They just they're not racist, but they give innuendos, right? For example, you say something, you trolling with your friend, right? And then they start you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, it's a word I want to say right now, but I can't say it because you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And then they ask another black person to say it for you. You know what I'm saying? Not speaking from personal experience, obviously. But, yeah. This guy's giving me that, type of guy, bro. He's just, he says that he's not racist, but it's he's giving,
of a lot easier than explaining all of it. But as you could have guessed, this did not go well for him at all. I mean, the internet has been tearing his ass to shreds so much that I found out about this on Twitter. And you know you're when the Twitter heads find out about you. That is GG's, that is game over. And so what was his response to all this? Maybe apologizing or maybe even taking the videos down. Nah, bro dropped a response video and said, oh, I felt like I could review it because no one is actually wearing it on their face, and so I did it.
In this case, I thought oh my gosh, I can finally review a foundation because no one's actually wearing this out. It's too dark and it's literally jet black. So I thought I could put this on, do a review.
I swear this is the guy that showed his ass, right? Isn't this the guy that showed his ass? Huh? It has to be him.
view and like literally wipe this off.
Bro, I could ask a 3-year-old to explain quantum mechanics and it would somehow make more sense than whatever the fuck he just said. Again, I'm not going to show you all the full vid because it's another 4-minute yap session. He said everything that needed to be said in that small chunk right there, so just take that as a blessing. And he's clearly not sorry in the slightest. I mean, he's a keying all over the platform, just being a racist towards black people and then acting oblivious when someone clocks him on it. But he knows what he's doing. I mean, just look at his TikTok profile picture. It's just him in a do-rag.
Let's talk about why I own 4 do-rogs.
Do-rag.
These people, why is he saying do-rag? Do-rag. Why are you saying it like that?
Do-rogs.
Fuck out of here, man. All that bullshit.
Bro, with all this rage bait, I can guarantee you that next week this man's going to take off the Dewey and he's just going to have some Timu locks up under there. Man's going to pop up saying, gra, locks on, period. Don't make me crash out over my cornbread neither.
So we got the fried fish with yam, mac and cheese, cornbread.
Shut up!
Cornbread.
Quiet before you get X out.
But what makes this even more egregious is that if the TikToks weren't enough, this man might just be God's bravest soldier because the spun back and did it on YouTube as well. It's just so clearly evident that he's an attention-hungry, clout-chasing bastard. And I even just like, I feel so weird covering this type of stuff sometimes. But it gets to a point where the quote-unquote baiting is just crossing a line. Like, this is just racism at this point. How the f do you actually defend this gang? Like, what angle do I need to look at this through? How do I need to position myself? Do I have to watch this video doing a handstand while listening to Little Darky to understand the social commentary you're trying to achieve here? You know, I saw someone on Twitter say this.
Like, I hate when like someone does something like controversial, but it's like you're like mature enough to actually like find all the angle, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, like you're trying to really understand like where is this nigga coming from, like deadass.
Man is a teenage white girl in a gay man's body, and it just makes sense. From the racism to saying out of pocket shit just to cower and say, oops, I'm just so quirky, I don't know why I said that. When somebody checks him on it, this guy needs to be taught a lesson, and I honestly think that TikTokers might have the solution for it. There's currently a handful of creators with notable size organizing this man's demise, and I'm be honest, I'm all here for it. Get that creature gone. I'm gonna link some of their response videos below, but essentially what they're trying to do is create a soft ban on his account by just going to his page, blocking and reporting him. Don't bother going to his videos to leave a dislike or a nasty comment. All that counts as engagement and will just boost his video up in the algorithm. I know it's hard, but we seriously just need to ignore his pathetic attempts at garnering relevancy. This man needs to be exiled and placed in front of God hand for final judgment. If TikTok and YouTube don't ban your weird ass nigga, we will. And I know me making videos on him is a bit counterintuitive to that point, but I see it as bringing light to the situation so that we can collectively just get him booted up on out of here. So with that being said, if you come across him, just block and report him if you don't want to see it. I mean, and that goes for everybody that you don't want to see. I personally don't think that anyone should be blatantly profiting off of race, bestiality, and predatory rage bait. And again, if you want more of a deep dive on dude, I did a video on him last week. On top of that, another YouTuber by the name of Wonderstruck did a really good video compiling all of this. Both of those will be linked down below, so check those out if you want to. But with that being said, that is my time here, folks. But as usual, you guys know the drill, man. Make sure you guys like the video if you liked it, subscribe because you made this far into the video, and you clearly like
Blah 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 blah. Good shit though.